Hey folks, Tim here, FT Lot for the love of trains. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about G-Scale again and the new TCS WOW decoder. It's the 1605, the WOW 501 diesel decoder, and I'm going to show you a picture of that brochure right now. Okay, so these are new. There's been WOW decoders in smaller scales, but this is their first big one here, and it's going to work good with my battery operated air wire system that I have. The great thing about these new TCS decoders is they do have the keep alive in them, so if you're not running battery and you're just using track power and you got some areas that are a little sketchy on your layout, especially outside, this is going to fix all that. That's so wonderful to have that couple seconds of basically battery power or capacitor power. It just makes for much more enjoyable railroading, because there's nothing more frustrating than getting stuck on a switch or just a dirty track. That's always been a problem. So that's pretty cool for all you that are still running DC. Not going to help me a whole lot with battery power, but still nonetheless a cool feature. These have it's 8 functions, so we can do all sorts of lighting effects. I'll do that with my ditch lights, headlights, cab lights, number board lights. So we'll be able to hook up all that stuff. This will probably be a multi-series video. I really don't like to make them last too long, so we'll break it up, and this will just kind of be the intro. We'll show you what it looks like. Also, this has the audio assist just like any of the other TCS decoders, so just by hitting a couple buttons, change anything you need to change within the program. So let's get over to the bench and check it out. Let's go! Okay, we're over here at the bench and going to take a look at this. And I'm just running this all off of a 12-volt car battery. I don't know if that's even in the picture frame here, but it's over here. That's my power source. This is the TCS decoder here, TCS WOW decoder, the one we're talking about here. And I believe that's the chip that has all the different diesel functions. Same chip, or same card. I think they just put in a different one for steam, for all the steam sounds. Okay, next to this is my air wire converter. This is I believe it's the C60. It's a 6 amp with the internal antenna. This works with my air wire throttle, so that I can communicate and run all my functions through this. By the way, all this stuff can be purchased at reindeerpass.com. Mike and Renee down there at Reindeer Pass, they've got all sorts of different things like this and tons of other G-Scale stuff. So if it's something you're looking for, definitely look them up. I'll put their website here down on the bottom of the page, somewhere around in this general area. So, okay. Also, what I did think is a really good idea is I went ahead and went on the TCS website, and they have a programming guide. It is 28 pages long, well worth the paper that it's printed on. It'll really help you out in the future. So, let me see. Let me get this fired up. I have it set up for a SD40-2 right at the moment. Kind of can show you some of this stuff. Turn on my air wire throttle here. So power up. Love it. It sounds fantastic. Might be really loud, sorry. These were the bells and horn that I hooked up for that. So let's go right into the assist mode. Change change the prime movers. We'll go to a 645 non-turbo. So you'll see this, and plenty of other people have done it. But with the audio assist program, you just hit 8888 4 times.
Light, welcome to Audio Assist.
And we're going to change
Use
the
button
sound.
1 to hear the sound programming options. Use button 1 to adjust sound volumes. Use button 2 to map a sound to a button. Use button 3 to select a prime mover.
We'll change
Use
the prime
button
mover.
9. Press button 1 to rotate through the prime mover manufacturers. Press EMD,
So
GE, Alco,
there's 3 different manufacturers.
EMD.
We'll go to EMD.
EMD 567 non-turbo, EMD 567 turbo, EMD 645 non-turbo, locomotive 1.
Then there's 3 different locomotives on this, but we'll just try this first one. We'll select it by hitting 8
Saved.
and then 0
Press button 1
to get out of it.
rotate. Bye.
And now we have a different sounding locomotive. We'll throttle that up. And now we have a 645 prime mover. I believe I have I probably had a 645 turbo in there before. So it definitely sounds different. I still have the same horn and bell, but if I want to change that, I just press the horn and number 9.
Leslie RS5T.
And I
Nathan
can
K3.
cycle through all the different horns.
Nathan K3H.
Test it.
Nathan K3H.
Pretty simple. Real easy to do. Let me shut that guy down. So again, the programming guide kind of walks you through a lot of this stuff. This comes with the directions. Pretty simple. You can go on YouTube and look, and there's tons of guys that have done this. I'm not going to bore you with switching out all this stuff, but there's a lot of other cool things that you can get into. The one thing I do like about it is 8 function, and it will accommodate all the lighting functions that I'm going to be doing when I put this into a locomotive. Let's see about starting this guy back up. Stellar sounds, definitely top notch. All right, one more thing I wanted to show you before we go is, again, the keep alive. For me, it won't be a big deal with battery, but if you're running DC power, this is just give you kind of an example. I'm not going to put a timer in front of it or anything, but I'm going to disconnect this terminal here. You can kind of hear the sound. Let's turn that over. Maybe you can see this. I'm going to disconnect this terminal. Disconnected. Still running. Still running. There, it died. So pretty good extra capacitor in there to give you a little bit of push through your dirty tracks or whatever problems you may have with your track work. All right, pretty cool. Okay, let's keep going. Also, I'm going to go into the programming mode and change the volume on this quick. 8888.
Welcome to Audio Assist.
1 for sound.
Use button 1 to adjust sound volumes. Use button 1 to adjust the master volume. Use button 1 to decrease the master volume.
So I want to decrease it, so I keep hitting 1. And then I hit 8 to save it,
Saved.
and then I exit with 0.
Use goodbye.
And now my volume is a lot nicer. Real easy to change that up or down. So like I said, really cool. I'm getting really excited to put it into a unit. I've just been mostly playing with it here on the bench top. Now you can also go in and change the CVs directly through your control system, which I've done some of that as well. Next video I want to show you would be actually putting this into another locomotive. In my situation with battery, I have a toggle switch I need to put in that I would toggle between plugging it into the actual battery for power and then a charging port to recharge my battery. So once that's done, I can go back and play for a couple more hours. My battery average is running 2.5 to 3.5 hours, so that's a pretty good run time for a battery operated locomotive. And if I don't have a lot of load on it, it can go even further. So if it's just sitting there, I wouldn't be surprised if it could go 3-4 hours easily. So that's it for this particular episode. Let's wrap this one up, and I'll come back the next time and we'll show you a little bit of the locomotive we're going to be putting it into, and what it's going to take to mount this and get the lights ready to install it into a new locomotive. So I guess until the next time, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and as always, until the next time,